Hello, everyone. This is Cheila Gibbs on Recipe for Success. I hope you're not listening, but if you are, please do spread the word. Today, I would like to welcome Zai, CEO of Set Up Your Journey and 2 times Amazon best-selling author. Zai, welcome, one and honor. Thank you so much for joining
Thank
us.
you,
How are you?
Shayla. Thank you for having me. It's an honor as well.
How are you?
Good, thank you. It's been a heavy week, a very exciting week. I'm launching my e-school on my website, stepupjourney.com. So the aim of the e-school is to make learning available, accessible, and affordable for the masses. So be it the online masterclass, a one-to-one coaching, everything is made available. If you want to learn public speaking, writing a book, turning your passion into profit, or just some executive coaching. So, but the aim is to have programs from $15 to even $5,000 because it depends on the extent and intents of the lessons that you learn. But we've got the 2 books that I've written. I can show you now. I've got Turn
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
Passion into
yeah,
Profit and 5 Things I Love About Being a Woman here. So even like
yeah,
the books, I realized that having physical books are nice and everything. Like we love holding the book, smelling fresh new books. But there are people who would love ebooks. So that and even the
yeah.
audiobooks, everything is available on the eSchool. So that
Okay,
it's easier to distribute, right? And then more people can have access to it. Yep.
yeah. And this is an online
Everything
program
is
or a
online. We
one-to-one?
have an online
Online.
masterclass and we have the one-to-one coaching as well. This is something I dream of doing from 10 years ago when I started Step Up Journey.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so it started
absolutely.
with writing the book and then getting engaged for speaking, training, coaching, mentoring. So I've built this for 10 years. That's why I can
Yeah,
automate and make it be available online. I can
yeah,
run
yeah.
webinars, test out my slides, make sure the contents are right, and then putting things up. So one thing we all need to learn, and even I'm learning now as I say it, is patience in any walk of life, be it an entrepreneur, a working professional, or even a parent. Patience, I think, is the key thing.
You have an amazing story. Would you kindly share your story with us and how this was the beginning of who you are now?
So basically, I've been known. I've had an interview by the Singapore radio where they called me the Oprah Winfrey of Asia. And then there is this article that said she broke her spine, but not her spirit. So I want to start with that little story, which I know you like a lot, or rather you get inspired by a lot. So in April 2005, I met with an accident, fractured, dislocated my spine. Doctor said I will never be able to walk anymore. And
Wow.
through that journey, even when I was in the hospital, before the operation, doctors told my family that she might die, like, be prepared for the worst. So it was really bad. I mean, like, when people see me now, even me, like, I'm like, did that really happen? You know, it's something that I always
Mm,
forget because that's how fine and well I am, thank God. But this is the thing about when something happens to us, how do we see wisdom in the pain? How do we see wisdom in the struggle? How do we step up to turn our pain into power, turn our
mm-hmm,
passion into profit, and turn our dreams
mm-hmm.
into reality with confidence and clarity?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think this is the motto that I live by. What I preach, I try to walk the best as well because, like, I wanted to share with you this week. Has been a very intensive, tough week actually. Not because of my work. I love my work. It's the best thing that has ever happened and will ever happen. I think I will do this till the day I die because I used to do a lot of other businesses. Like I had my henna art business, which I brought to Japan, and then the hijab business, which I started because it was so hard to find hijab fashion 15, 18 years ago. But what I'm doing now with the education empowerment business is so important. This week I had a youth, a 14-year-old boy. He wrote to me on my Instagram and said, Miss Zai, do you think I should kill myself?
oh wow.
And I felt very terrible, but I just tried to have a conversation. And but I also know this child because it's like a family friend's son.
Mm,
I'm like, at that time, I asked myself, do I inform the parents? Do I speak to the auntie? Who do I what do I do? Because this person is in my country and I'm not in my country, right? I'm in Dubai. So that was there's again one more child reaching out to you. How many kids out there are having this kind of conversations or have these thoughts in their mind?
Mm,
Then at the same time that I received a message, I had a Dubai Youth Council write to me, can you address the youths about youth and loneliness? So I'm like, you know what? The world is so messed up, especially in this age and era. And that's why I'm so grateful for Luma Club. I'm grateful for
mm,
you and your team for what you are doing and how we collaborated and are coming together to do more amazing big stuffs for the world.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
I reached out to the aunt and I think they are managing things. So there's so much you can do. But I'm very grateful he reached out to me. And this is
Yeah.
again my bigger drive of it really affected me. I'm very affected by it this whole week. But I said this makes me driven to do what I do. This is important works. You showing up, you sharing, you posting a video. It may mean nothing to sometimes I'm like, oh my god, am I doing the right thing? But then when such things happen, it's like, okay, for the fact that he actually reached out, there must be some attraction or traction. So I said, okay, just do
Mm.
you and just be intentional about serving the community and the world. Yeah.
Well, it just shows you are making a difference and people are listening to you. So you should definitely applaud yourself. And
Yeah.
God bless that child. And hopefully he will be, because of you,
I
he will
mean,
be in a better
I
state of
mean,
mind.
I
So
mean,
well done. I hope you're okay.
I-
But you always say perseverance and determination is the key to recovery. It
yeah.
was what you've done to you. And maybe is what is the word you spread. And that's why people come and see you,
Yeah. It is,
you
it
know?
is, it is. There is a real world problem. This is the world pandemic. That's why people like us need to do what we do. And even yesterday, I was talking to a youth leader, and he said, at the end of the call, he said, I'm so grateful for your existence. And you know how us as adults, I don't know about you, but sometimes I question my existence. Do I truly
Yeah.
accept who I am and with all the childhood things that we have gone through and pain and
Yeah.
fear of wounds of abandonment, rejection, and all. So you question yourself, of course. And I'm saying this
Obviously.
not because I'm proud of it, it's painful to even talk about it, but I want people out there to know that it's okay not to be okay. We all
Yeah.
have struggles. I may look
Yeah.
perfect. And even now, just before our call, I was meditating on it. I said, God, please inspire and speak through me. I said, you can be living in an $8 million home, have the best of partners, have the best of food and whatever. But if you don't have God and faith in your life, there's something else. But having God is one thing. Being able to truly communicate authentically, having faith, not just speaking faith, like true faith
Mm.
is so important, but that cannot happen until we work on our own personal healing transformation.
And how do you do that?
So, how do you heal? A lot of times, like I said, a lot of people are focused on, oh, what do I need to do? The doing is the third part. Knowing what you
Yeah.
want, desire check comes before that. But before knowing what you want, like your goals and stuff, it's so important to diagnose your strengths, knowing who you are. What do you stand for? What are your values? And before even that, as you get to know who you are, you want to get past your past, at least being aware so that when you get triggered, you're like, this is my inner child disturbing me. Like, okay, she needs some TLC. Let's get her an ice cream. Let's have a chat with your little girl, right? Like, all of us have our inner child. So I think this is something that, again, a lot of people need to be aware of.
Yeah.
And even today I saw on a post on Instagram, one lady wrote, I wish I had reparented myself and healed.
Well, sometimes, I believe the power of mind, mindset. They told you couldn't walk and you walk is the power mindset. And you can come from a very terrible background and still get yourself together. Speak about your formula.
So yeah, on top of all this sad story, there is a solution, right? So the solution is the formula of truth from my book, Turn Your Passion into Profit. So the formula of truth is spelled TRUTH, and each of them has a story behind it. So the T is for us to think. Let's say in a whatever situation we are in right now, we want to think, like, where are we? Why is things happening this way? And how we can step up, move forward and step up, right? So think. And then R is to reflect. Reflect on, again, where are you at? What are the knowledge, skills, and abilities you have? What do you need to outsource? And then weigh where you are. You know, you can audit yourself. And then you will
Yeah,
understand. You understand what's going on. Why am I feeling angry and upset? Is it truly the present? Is it something from the past? Or am I just overly thinking about the future and worrying about
mm,
nothing that I don't even know what will
yeah,
happen? So you get to understand. And when you understand and can make peace with that understanding, then you can take action. If tomorrow if today I'm feeling whatever I'm feeling, I say, you know what, tomorrow is my off day, I'm gonna go to the swim and do a yoga and just rest. Then
yeah,
that is my action. But if I say I want to take action, there is a child who is in distress, the family is not aware, I'm going to launch my program Awakening Parents, so that parents can be awakened, the child can receive some light from it, and then we create generational healing. So that is a
yeah,
taking action. So again, after you take action, the H from the truth is to heal others.
yeah,
Before we heal others, we want to focus on also healing ourselves. Because as we are
mm,
doing all these works, it's actually for us to also make peace from our past.
yeah.
Using that pain, using that struggle, turning that pain into power. And I think what's truly resonating and happening for me as I am on my step up journey is to focus on the divine power, because turning pain into power is one thing. Turning pain into divine power and understanding who is the one in action, who is the one who's giving me the strength, who is the one giving me
Right.
the knowledge, who is the one
Yeah,
who presented me this connection with you to know each other and to love each other. We haven't even met. And then to
yeah.
love people and community and his creation. So I think that's where we can create healing energy for ourselves and for others.
But how do you even teach or apply that to your day-to-day life?
So the Formula of Truth is one of the programs or one of the modules that I run in my talks, in my workshops, even in the one-on-one coaching. And there are exercises that we actually go through with that. And that is something I teach in my online masterclass with Turn Passion into Profit. So once you learn how to
Yeah.
apply it with one thing, you can cross apply it to any situation in life.
Mhm, mhm.
Even like when I was when my mom passed on 5 years ago, so like 3 to 6 months before that, I was dying inside every single moment. And then you know what, one of the days I just sat myself down and said, you know what, you teach people the formula of truth, use it. So I took a paper and I wrote, think, why am I feeling what you're feeling, like think, like
Yeah,
da 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 da. So I started penning down stuff and then
yeah,
reflect and then understand, take action and heal. That was when I could make peace that this is
yeah,
going to happen. Now, what am I going to do
yeah.
to maximize the limited time we have together? And then things became better. Crazy.
You always emphasize about a wholesome and balanced lifestyle and not being on autopilot. Do you have any steps?
I think going back to understanding your intention. Why do I do what I do? And then, of course, another thing about being mindful and stuff, a lot of times, a lot of people don't have financial stability. We
Yeah,
have to bring this up because we talk about economic empowerment, right? And
yeah,
because I don't have to worry about bills and everything else. Alhamdulillah, things are taken care of. So these are things
yeah,
that give you a leeway, a freedom, the luxury of time to do what
yeah.
you love while being mindful and not have to worry about things.
But not everyone has that luxury, my love.
Correct. Correct. So that's why the emphasis on having financial stability is very important. That's why I encourage people to turn your passion into profit, or do something with what you've got and to step up your game, because a lot of time people don't have that luxury or that possibility because they think that it's not even possible. What have you tried?
Yeah.
What have you tried? I was speaking to one of my girlfriend today. Actually, it's strange. I asked her, "How are you?" We've connected on TikTok, and she went like, "Oh, things are good. I'm just stressed at work. I've been in the same company for many 15, 20 years. I think since the time she left school, she's been working there, and
Yeah.
I think I'm so stressed. Blah 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 blah. But I think I'm too comfortable as well. So she knows." I said, "How do you know if you don't explore, and maybe you will love it somewhere else?"
You call it the five dimensions of resilience now?
That's the six dimensions of resilience that I talk about, right?
Sometimes.
So that
Yeah.
is something I
Yeah.
also teach in my Advancing Women's Leadership Masterclass. So for the dimensions are simple, like look at your physical,
Yeah.
emotional, mental, social, financial, and your spiritual. So like you said about being balanced and wholesome. So we have to do audit. You have to audit yourself all the time. Like, where am I right now? Even like last week, I sat myself down and rewrite my goals. I said, where am I with
Yeah.
this? Where am I with this? How do I balance the life wheel? Like, where am I in this? Where am I in this? But now I'm like, Halas, I need to spend more time with God. I feel so far from Him. I feel so terrible. But then again, God is here. So what am I
Yeah. Yeah.
talking about? So
Yeah.
I just need to take a break tomorrow. Going to the pool and chill if the weather's nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you need just to balance
Yeah.
yourself. But I think it's important, the reason I started all of this with Luma and even Famina, my other business, I come from poverty. I come from war. We had to run away from our country because it was civil war. We left with nothing. We don't even have pictures.
Wow.
We went into a country that was racism, in Portugal at the time. You can imagine, I'm 48. On paper, I should not be where I am now. And it's all about your mindset. So for me, I love mentoring actually more younger people than I love mentoring everyone, but younger people because I truly believe if someone tells you can't do it, you can. If I can, you can. It's all about a mindset. It's about resilience. It's about everything you have in your books, to be honest. It's the life, it's balanced lifestyle,
Mhm.
which we all know when we work hard is hard to have, is your truth formula, is resilience, is all of this. But it is possible. Yes, money helps. Yes, having to go to bed without thinking you don't need to pay your bills helps. But I also believe if you don't have it, you make it happen. It's like they told you couldn't walk. Look at you. So I think your voice is important, and that's why I'm a big fan.
Mhm.
And I know today it was not a week for you, but you inspire so many people. You hang in there, and to wrap up this amazing interview, my question to you is reflecting on your journey,
Yeah.
if you could go back in time and give yourself, your younger self, a piece of advice, what would that be?
I think as I talk about healing transformation and I talk about all the things I said earlier, the the most important thing for everyone, whether you're a young person or you're an adult or you're like in your 70s, 80s, your birth can be an accident, but your ending, you can leave a legacy.
Listen, thank you. Thank you for joining us. I know you are super busy, you never stop.
Mm.
Please go to the pool and get some rest. And for all the audience, I mean, for Zai, thank
Thank
you.
you.
God bless you. You're beautiful.
Thank you.
And for everyone, thanks for tuning in on this week's episode. Today we covered Zai, CEO of Set Up Your Own Journey. She is super motivational. She has a new e-school launching this week. Please go check it out. Support her. I think I will. And I think a lot of us need to be inspired by women like Zai. Zai, you're on Instagram. What is your Instagram account?
Zai Miztiq.
Zai is open to answering questions, get in touch, look at her master classes. She's amazing.
Thank
We are
you.
trying to bring her to London for a panel talk.
Yeah,
Hopefully, it will happen.
excited.
We love you. We think you are amazing. Thank you.
Thank you,
Anyway,
Sheila.
and
Thank you.
everyone else, be sure to join us again as new episodes will be released every week. Don't forget to follow the Luma Club on Instagram. Stay tuned and see you next week. And most importantly, spread the word.